Number 7, the phantom vibration loop. You're just sitting there, not even thinking about your phone, and suddenly you feel it vibrate. Clear, real, undeniable. You instantly reach for your pocket, check your screen, nothing. No notification, no call, no message. And for a second, your brain freezes. Wait, what just happened? This isn't random. Your brain has been trained again and again that your phone equals importance. Messages are smart attention. Notifications ask your reward. Vibrations, something happening. Over time, your nervous system builds a pattern so strong that your brain stops waiting for the signal. It starts predicting it. And when prediction becomes powerful enough, it creates the sensation itself. That's why it feels so real. Because your brain doesn't distinguish between real input and expected input to your body. A predicted vibration can feel just as real as an actual one. And here's the deeper part. This shows that your brain isn't just reacting to reality. It's constantly guessing reality, which means sometimes what you feel isn't coming from the outside. It's being generated from within. And if your brain can fake something as physical as a vibration, then what else could it be quietly creating? Because the next glitch proves something even more unsettling. Your brain doesn't just fake signals. It can misinterpret your entire body state. Number 6, the falling sensation shock. You're lying in bed, eyes getting heavy, thoughts slowing down, your body starts to switch off. Muscles relax. Breathing slows. You're right at the edge of sleep, and suddenly your body jerks violently, like you just slipped, or missed a step, or started falling. Your heart jumps, your eyes snap open. And for a moment, you feel like something went wrong. This is called a hypnic jerk. But here's what's really happening. As your body relaxes, your brain monitors muscle tension. And when that drop happens too quickly, your brain misreads it. It thinks, why did the body just shut down so fast? And instead of assuming sleep, it assumes danger, like falling from a height, like losing control. So it reacts instantly, sending a shock through your body to wake you up. It's not a glitch because your body failed. It's a glitch because your brain is too protective. It would rather wake you up unnecessarily than risk you not responding to a real threat. But here's the strange part. You weren't in danger. You were safe in bed. Completely fine. Yet your brain created a false emergency. Think about that. Even in your most relaxed state, your brain can panic over nothing, and if it can misinterpret something as simple as relaxation. Then imagine what it does with more complex signals. Because the next glitch isn't about movement. It's about identity itself. Number 5, the name. Detection bias. You're in a crowded place. People talking, background noise, conversations overlapping. You're not even paying attention. Your mind is somewhere else. And suddenly you hear your name. Clear, direct, personal. Your attention snaps instantly. You turn your head, fully alert, but then you realize no one actually called you, or maybe someone said a word that sounded similar. But your brain already made the decision. This happens because your name is one of the most important sounds your brain knows. It's tied to your identity, your attention, your survival. From childhood, your brain learns. Name tasks important. Name asked, respond immediately. So it builds a filter, a constant background scan that checks for anything that resembles your name. And here's the key. It doesn't need a perfect match. Just something close enough, and your brain fills in the rest, because missing your name could mean missing something important. So your brain prefers false alarms. It would rather be wrong than miss something real. But that creates a strange side effect. You start reacting to things that never actually happened. Not because you're confused, but because your brain is too efficient. It completes patterns, it fills gaps, it predicts meaning, and sometimes it gets it wrong, which leads to a deeper realization. If your brain can create meaning where none exists, how many of your thoughts are actually just interpretations? And that's where things get more serious, Because the next glitch doesn't just affect what you hear, it affects what you believe. Number 4, the autopilot blackout. You're walking or driving or doing something routine, and suddenly you realize you don't remember the last few minutes. Not blurry, not unclear, just missing. You ask yourself, wait, how did I get here? But the scary part is you were still functioning perfectly. Your body was active, but your awareness wasn't. This is called being on autopilot. When your brain detects a familiar pattern, something you've done hundreds of times, it hands control over to a lower level system, so your body keeps going, while your mind drifts somewhere else. You start thinking about random things, past memories, future plans, and during that time, you're not fully present in reality. The scary part? You trust your memory to tell you what happened. But in these moments, there's nothing there, which means your brain isn't just experiencing reality, it's selectively ignoring it. And if your brain can erase minutes of your life like that, then how much are you missing every single day? Number 3, the false memory effect. Think about a memory from your past, something clear, something you're sure about. Now, here's the uncomfortable truth. There's a high chance it's not completely accurate. Your brain doesn't store memories like a video recording. Instead, it saves fragments, moments, emotions, key details, and every time you remember something, your brain reconstructs it. But here's the problem. Each time you rebuild it, you slightly change it, you add details, you remove others. Without even realizing it, that's how people remember events differently. Because memory isn't playback, it's recreation. And over time, those small changes stack up until what you remember isn't exactly what happened. It's what your brain decided happened, which means some of your strongest beliefs could be based on altered memories. Number 2, the decision illusion. You make a choice. Simple, clear, yours. Or at least, that's what it feels like. But what if your decision was already made before you became aware of it? Your brain starts preparing for a decision before you consciously choose it. That means before you say, I choose this, your brain has already leaned in that direction. And then your mind tells a story. It says, I decided this because of logic or reason. But in reality, that explanation comes after the decision, not before. It's like your brain makes the move, and your mind writes the justification, which means you're not always in control in the way you think. You feel like the author of your choices, but sometimes you're just the narrator. Number 1, the split identity illusion. Right now, it feels like there's a single you, one voice, one thinker, one decision maker. But that's not entirely true inside your brain. There isn't just one system running. There are multiple systems, processing, reacting, deciding at the same time. Have you ever wanted to do something, but stopped yourself for no clear reason, or knew something was bad, but still did it anyway? That's not weakness, that's conflict. One part of your brain is emotional, fast, impulsive. Another part is logical, slow, controlled. And they're constantly negotiating. But here's the strange part. Your brain creates a single story to make it feel like one unified self. Even when different parts are pulling in different directions, that's the illusion. You think you're one consistent identity. But in reality, you're a system of competing processes, working together just enough to feel like a single person. And sometimes, that system slips. That's when you feel confused, indecisive, out of control. Not because something is broken, but because you're finally seeing behind the curtain. And once you notice that, you start questioning everything. Your thoughts, your choices, your identity. Because maybe you're not as singular as you think.